Now, Stormwatch 12 weather on Newswatch 12.
Well, if you enjoyed hot temperatures, today is pretty much the last day we're going to be seeing hot temperatures for quite a while. I'm not going to say just go be bold and say this is it for the rest of the season, but it's going to be quite a bit. It was 96 degrees in Medford, 94 in Montague. If you wanted cooler temperatures, along the Oregon coast was the place to be, upper 50s and low 60s. East of the Cascades, generally into the 70s and 80s. 86 was your high in Klamath Falls. We did have a few thunderstorms in western Siskiyou County, and those have died off, but the only activity right now is in Lake County. Pretty much the southern part of the county. Some weak cells moving from west towards the east are slowly starting to fall apart. We do have a couple of cold fronts approaching the area, which is really going to start to cool us off beginning tomorrow, but more so in the next several days. And this is one of the leading edges of that cold front moving from the west towards the east. Now, in terms of our air quality monitor, we've had some changes over the last several hours, but essentially moderate air quality for most of the coast, but Gold Beach is in the unhealthy for sensitive groups, and it's actually unhealthy up towards Port Orford, even though this map is not showing that at this time. The worst air quality, Cave Junction, you are in the hazardous air quality, or AQI number was upwards of about 415 last time I looked. Happy Camp, not a whole lot better, but it's closer towards about 190. So it is still technically in the unhealthy air quality. A lot of areas are in a moderate air quality, which is generally considered as acceptable air. Wairika, yeah, not really. You're kind of on that borderline between moderate and unhealthy for sensitive groups. The only place that's really good right now, Lakeview. You're doing pretty good at this time. That'll be changing though in the next 24 to 36 hours. Now with our surface smoke forecast, you can see we're going to be into that northwesterly flow really starting to ramp up for the day tomorrow. So once we get into tomorrow afternoon, the Rogue Valley is really going to start to clear out with the smoke. But if you're downwind from some of those fires along the Oregon coast, you'll still be dealing with some of that smoke. East of the Cascades, you'll be dealing with smoke from a variety of fires, but especially up towards north from the Bedrock Fire. That'll really be sending a plume of smoke as we go into Monday night and into Tuesday for a large part of east of the Cascades. But later in the day on Tuesday, everyone is really starting to clear on out because we'll have a secondary cold front move through the area. Now, a bigger picture of our smoke forecast by, again, Tuesday afternoon, we're looking pretty good. But by the time we get to Wednesday, we're going to have an area of low pressure develop over, say, eastern Oregon, western Idaho, and that is going to give us a bit of a northeasterly flow. So by the time we get towards Thursday, we're going to start seeing some of that smoke up from Canada move into, again, the Pacific Northwest. Now, where the thickest smoke is going to be, it's a little too early to say at this particular time, but it does look like we'll start seeing some of that smoke Thursday and into Friday. Now, Friday, we're going to start transitioning into a southwesterly flow, and so we're going to start seeing smoke in the region for Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday. So that smoke direction will come from the southwest. Now for tomorrow afternoon, we'll start off with a weak cold front that'll push through the area. That'll cool us off for tomorrow. Won't really provide any rain for the region, but a secondary cold front on Tuesday will push through from the northwest. That one will be a little bit stronger in terms of a temperature difference, but not stronger in terms of any kind of rain because we still won't see any rain. But by the time we get to Wednesday, there'll be an area of low pressure that'll be showing you a little bit. That is actually going to be setting up shop and increasing the chance of showers and thunderstorms east of the Cascades. So we'll cool off again for the next couple of days. Here's that area of low pressure centered into eastern Oregon by the time we get to Wednesday, and by the time we get to Thursday and Friday, it starts to push off towards the east. The interesting thing is by the time we get to the weekend, we're going to start seeing a fall jet stream really start to develop. All these lines getting close together is a pretty strong jet stream indicating some systems will be able to really start to get organized, and it really starts to aim at the Pacific Northwest. So by the time we get towards next weekend, into early next week, whoo boy, it's going to be a big change for all of us because we're not going to be looking at 95 degrees, especially into the Rogue Valley, for a while. Current temperature 73 in Medford, 66 if you're heading out the door, but temperatures should be dropping mostly into the 50s overnight. 56 is the forecast low for Medford. If you're heading for a hike, maybe washing your car tomorrow, temperatures Into the upper 50s during the early morning hours, 70s by lunchtime, 80s throughout the afternoon. We should make it to 86 for tomorrow, 86 also in Wairika, 66 degrees for Brookings, and your 7-day forecast will be in the 60s and 70s, mostly only the 70s though by Tuesday. Northern California, 80s through Tuesday. Best chance of seeing any rain will be on Thursday. The Klamath Basin will go from 84 on Monday to 63 on Thursday. And for the Cascades, generally going to be in the 70s through Tuesday, 60s beginning on Wednesday. The Rogue Valley, we're going to cool way off into the mid-70s Wednesday and Thursday. Fall equinox is Friday night.